Am I the evil for uninviting my cousin, brother, uncle, and dad to my wedding over a prank? I, female 22, grew up in a family where men prank and tease each others. Ever since my fiancé, Team 23, and I got engaged, my cousin, brother, dad, and uncle joked about running some tests to see what type of man Team is. They've done stuff like forcing him to play chess 4 times in a row, secretly slashed his tires to see if he'd fix it himself like a man or get help like those lazy guys. They'd ask him questions like what joke he'd like to tell his future mother-in-law, his opinions on abortion, Jesus, gender equality, etc. They also tested his fishing and hunting skills, overwhelmed him with hypothetical scenarios to test his decision-making abilities or mental strength. They kept calling him slow and soft, but he has medical condition, asthma, but they think he's making excuses. I demanded they stop, but Dad said this is just typical stuff men challenge each others with and said that I was ruining the fun. Last week, they took Tim on a 3-day trip and hid his inhaler. He left them and returned in 7 hours and told me I was seething after he said they admitted to hiding it as a challenge. I exploded on them when they returned. Cousin asked if little Timmy ran to me to tattle. I yelled that all 4 of them are uninvited to my wedding. My brother freaked out saying it was a prank and they were going to give it back. Dad said they'll apologize if I insist, but Tim will have lost the little respect they've gained for him and their eyes will always be the soft college kid who's not up for the challenge. I called him and the others awful, then I left. My cousin is begging that we talk. My uncle has been quiet, but Dad is so mad and now he's getting Mom involved to get me to reconsider this decision. But I keep refusing to re-invite them. Mom is saying I'm exaggerating and should let bygones be bygones and not let this ruin my relationship with my family. Am I the evil for making it my hill to die on, or am I exaggerating? Now for the top comments. Here's a comment from Miss Teacher 2. Not the evil. This doesn't sound like pranking but more like bullying. Who slashes tires as a prank? Or messes with someone's health as a prank? Just them. Just seem like big bullies to me. In my family, we tease each other and play jokes, and trust me, this is not what we do. Pranking is meant to be harmless fun. None of these are harmless. Edited to say I am a woman who has asthma as well. The feeling you get when you need your inhaler is awful. It's not a feeling I would wish on anyone. And to also add that they're belittling his mental health too. Aren't we trying to advocate for men's mental health? Men are also entitled to show emotions and have a caring side. They don't need to be all macho and emotionally stunted like your dad and family seem to be. Men's mental health is important, and stick up for your fiancé. Here's a comment from Nixie's Puppet. My brother used to prank us by leaving frogs in our bed or tying the sprayer so it stayed spraying and then wiping mud or something on us so we'd have to go wash our arm and get sprayed turning the water on. My brother would probably fight someone over slashing his tires. Here's a comment from Beantown Kappa. Yeah, those are pranks. Saran wrap on the toilet bowl, bucket of water over a door, recorded fart sounds played in a ghostly manner. Slashing tires would definitely cost someone hundreds of dollars to replace. I wonder how long they would have hid the inhaler if he started having an emergency. Next story. Am I the evil for claiming that my sister-in-law's dressing inappropriately? My sister-in-law is my younger brother's fiancée and soon-to-be wife. Both her and my brother are 26. I met her when she was 18 when she first started dating him, and we had a pretty good relationship. Since then, she's been wearing lots of revealing outfits. At first, I wouldn't comment on it, but as my brother's relationship with her got serious, my parents and I believed that she would tell my brother to tell her to dress more appropriately. Whenever we'd bring it up to my brother, he'd get mad and told us to mind our business. Once they got engaged, we believed that finally she'd be more serious and look out for her image, as she's supposed to be a wife soon enough and later a mother. We were wrong. She didn't only not start dressing more appropriately, but she got worse. Whenever we'd bring it up to my brother, he'd tell us we can't police what she wears, but he wouldn't understand how it's just disrespectful of her. To be honest, she didn't dress in revealing outfits in family gatherings like Christmas or Thanksgiving, but she'd wear those outfits on her birthday or my brother's birthday, or whenever they'd hang out alone or with friends. My brother's birthday was last week and we were invited to his party. Before that, my parents and I agreed that if she's dressed inappropriately again, I'll call her out because my brother is spineless and won't ever do that. As always, she was dressed inappropriately. She wore some skin-tight pants and a crop top that looked like a bra. I took her aside and told her that she should start behaving like a serious engaged woman because that's not a look a woman in a committed relationship should have, since it's disrespectful towards my brother but also us. She cursed me out and then told my brother, who also cursed me out and kicked me and our parents out of the party. Friends and relatives who were there partly agreed with me and said that she's dressing inappropriately, but that I also crossed the line and should keep my opinion to myself. My brother's friends, on the other hand, apparently all believe I am the a-hole and that it's none of my business how sister-in-law dresses. Am I the a-hole? Top comments. Here's a comment from Arkan Semival. Keep your misogyny to yourself, maybe. You're the a-hole. Here's a comment from Electronic Rush 9444. OP is a woman, which just blows my mind. The internalized misogyny makes me feel bad for her, but she's still the a-hole. Here's a comment from Good Girls Grace. OP is probably a bitter housewife who's jealous of her sister-in-law's ability to dress as she pleases, or B, living in the 1950s. Neither are non-as-holish options. You're the a-hole, you misogynist. Here's a comment from Dit Rastivir. Imagine sincerely believing that getting married is supposed to automatically change the way you dress yourself. Like, why? For what reason? Is getting married like enlisting in the military, complete with uniforms?